Welcome back to another video, guys. So today we're going to be doing the Year 9 Season 4 tier list. This is going to be strictly for SoloQ as well, since that's kind of what I do here on this channel. And you guys have been wanting like a SoloQ tier list. This is going to be for SoloQ, so keep that in mind. Also, a personal preference, because a lot of the ops I play in SoloQ might be different from what you like to play, and the thought process might be different there. Without further ado, though, this is going to be the attackers first. I'm going to do them on a separate tier list here, and then I'm going to move on to the defenders after. So we'll be starting at Sledge. We'll be going all the way to Deimos and Striker here. I'll try to put the links to these tier lists too in the description below for you if you want to make your own. I also added an F tier. This wasn't here before, but I wanted to vary it a little bit more, so now there's going to be 6 tiers in total. So there's going to be very few in F tier and S tier probably, and more through the middle. Okay, though, Sledge probably going to be around like... I don't think Sledge is very good anymore these days, really. I don't play Sledge like at all. Like if you watch my videos, you'll never see me picking Sledge. He's good for like certain back rushes, like Consulate Basement he could be good. If you're trying to like push the back silently, because he's the only one that can like breach pretty quiet. Buck, obviously, a lot louder with a shotgun, and then Ram, of course. Nothing needs to be said there with her noise level. But yeah, Sledge could quickly like breach a castle or whatever. But I feel like Blackbeard can even do that now pretty quietly. Not as much as Sledge, maybe, but he can also breach 4 castles. He has 4 breaches. Or a couple castles, a couple soft walls, for example, so... I don't think Sledge is the best. We'll move him maybe. We'll see how this tier list ends up going. I'm just starting right now. I haven't done one of these in a bit. Thatcher. I don't like playing Thatcher really. I don't like going for breaches in SoloQ, but I could definitely understand why he would be B tier, at least. Like maybe I'll drop him to C later too with Sledge, but Thatcher is good. He can always get the breach with your teammate if they take hard breach, obviously. If not, then I would never recommend taking Thatcher. So yeah, I might move him to C just because of that. Like, it's a big if. But there's a good chance somebody on your team is going to go for the wall. Usually. Ashe, I'm going to put up in... I really want to put her S tier, but... I'm going to keep her A for now. Just because I feel like there could be better ops. Okay, no, let's not get crazy. I'm going to put her in S tier. This is my tier list. Again, you can disagree if you want. I play Ashe quite a bit. She's probably one of my top 2 or 3 picked attackers in SoloQ, so I've got to put her there. If you stick around, by the way, till the end of the video, I will show you my most played operators, and we'll kind of compare. I didn't want to do it beforehand, though, so I can see, like, afterwards. I just know in my head I play a lot of Ashe, obviously, like Dokkaebi. Melusi on defense is my most played, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll see like what my most played are and how it lines up with this after. Thermite. Thermite's probably going to be in C tier as well, which, yeah, I'm going to drop Thatcher. Because, like, these two are very dependent on if your team does something, and in SoloQ, like, depending on your team is probably going to be a mistake. You don't want to depend on your random teammates. So I don't feel like going for the wall is the play most of the time. It's just not, like, a good strat from game to game. It could work one game, but then completely fail the next. So I wouldn't rely on that. It's just not how I play either. Like, you don't ever see me picking Thatcher or Thermite in SoloQ, and I still get the win, so I don't know. If you have comms that game, though, sure. Or if your teammate's actually trying to go for the wall. Twitch, probably going to be A tier. She can get rid of a lot of utility. With your 2 Twitch drones, and it gives you 2 extra drones in total. So you have 4 drones throughout the round. You can have like 1 or 2 pre-placed and then still have 2 more, which is huge for SoloQ, just getting the info. I think Twitch is really good for this. And you have the F2, of course. If you're on console, it's still a really good gun. And then even the 417. I know the F2 has a lot of recoil on PC, like vertically. But this is mainly console, but it works for PC too. That brings me to another point. I still don't know if I want to play like my SoloQ on PC or console, so just tell me in the comments below and what you think about that, especially with like the mixed lobbies they're doing these days. Okay, Montaigne. Montaigne would have probably been like an A tier, even if I don't play him. I'm not really a shield player. last season, but now he can't finish the kill. And if you actually hit a Montaigne shield over and over again now, it's going to cause it to really flail out to the sides, like more than before. It kind of looks like Clash's animation. I'm pretty sure they like increase that this season. I don't know. I think in solo you probably want a gun though. I don't think Montaigne's gonna be your play, but he's still B tier. Like you can get work done with Montaigne. I'm just kind of biased because I don't play him. I'm just not a shield player. Yeah, I think that's a good ranking though. Glaz. Now Glaz is weird because I don't play him really, but I see the potential in Glaz. Like he can have grenades or smokes to pair up with his ability, like his scope. And he has the bearing 9 secondary, so. That being said, I still don't think he's the best move, man. Like, I would say, like, B and C is, like, kind of average. He's, like, the lower tier of average, but maybe I'm being too harsh on these operators. Just, again, this is based off my playstyle in SoloQ and what I see works, like, from round to round, just on a consistent basis. So, I don't know. Maybe if you guys want to move all these up a tier, sure. Like, I wouldn't mind. This isn't, like, super strict. Fuse, on the other hand. Okay, if I can't put Glaz B, I'm not going to put Fuse B. Let's be real here. Fuse is probably, like, somewhere around here, too. Again, maybe I'm being strict on these ops. I kind of actually want to move Sledge up to B tier now. Just because, like, in SoloQ, I feel like that lurky play style with his hammer, like, being quick or quieter and quicker. Like, pushing the back of sights could work. So I'm going to put him there. You don't really need, like, teamwork for Sledge. And you can still destroy castles. You don't need to go Blackbeard. Like, Sledge still has the LA. He's still good. He's just really slow. I wish he had the SMG-11 back, too. Maybe it's time to bring that back at this point. Blitz, I feel like I'll just put, like, Blitz right with Montaigne, right? At least Blitz can shoot, but he can also be shot easier. But again, I think shields are still pretty good. They might not be able to kill you when they melee you, but they can still get in the melee, and you'll just be stuck on the ground, so still annoying to deal with. IQ's an interesting one too. She has grenades. You can see like a lot of gadgets. I think she has to be like B tier, right? Maybe like tops of B tier. Like I don't even like IQ's 5.52 early because the fire rate's so slow, but I still play her here and there. I'm not trying to be too biased, but I am trying to like include my play style and see what works. I think I could make IQ work if I did play her more. If that makes sense. Yeah, she's good though. And I like the G8 too. That's what I've been running lately. I'm going to put him in the top of A tier. I'll probably be like tops by the end because, again, he doesn't have the Gaunt 6, so he can't destroy anything like that. Projectiles, the word I'm looking for. Obviously, he can do like a lot of soft reach still. And he has a crazy shotgun for up close for killing people, but. And I love the C8. So I'm trying to talk myself into S tier, but we'll see. Maybe by the end I'll put him there. Again, there's a lot of tiers here. So far we have no D or Fs, but Blackbeard, this is interesting. Blackbeard, I don't think he's like OP or busted or anything. I think he's good, but he's just going to be annoying to play against. It's the way he can like switch to his gun out of nowhere. You just need to get in cover for a quick second, and boom, you can have your gun out in free fire. I don't really like his guns, to be fair. I'm going to try to learn the MK, though, like the iron sights. I feel like that's the play, maybe. I'm going to put him like bottom of A tier for now for SoloQ. I don't know how he's going to be in this. This could go up or down, depending on how the season goes. I just haven't played enough with him. Capital, good SoloQ up here. You have a Gaunt 6, you have Hard Breach or Claymores, or EMPs, I think. The pair is a fine gun. Fire rate's kind of bad, but besides that, it's good. And obviously his ability's really good too, the fires and smokes. So I'm going to put Capital up here in A tier. Probably behind Twitch. Again, I don't know about Blackbeard. I'll probably leave him around here. But I like Capital's kit for SoloQ. Habano should probably be in like B tier. I think she's more versatile than a thermite, to be fair. Maybe not. Thermite has stuns too. I just like Hibana's guns better. Again, the fire rate on Thermite's just not there. Now that I think about it, maybe Fuse is below these guys too. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Put Hibana like down here. Part of me wants to put Hibana up in A tier though as well. She can get so many hatches. That's why she's better than Thermite for like solo queue. Like sometimes on Oregon basement or bank basement, for example, you can just go Hibana and solo queue, get every hatch open. Take a lot of drone work, obviously, especially on bank in solo, but I'm gonna put her bottom A tier for now. God, she could go like anywhere really. It just depends on how you're playing her. If you're a good Hibana player, though, I feel like you could make it work. I'm gonna put her like up here. Jackal. Jackal's still banned quite a bit. I don't really think he's the best either. He's kind of annoying though to deal with. Kind of like I feel like Blackbeard's gonna be. I'll put Jackal like B tier, maybe. I do like that little buff they did. You can like kind of walk around with your visor out and not get affected, I guess, by gunshots. It's not gonna like go all over the screen. So that is not a good way to say that, by the way. It's a reword right there. Anyway, moving on from Jackal. We got the Ying, okay. I feel like Ying could be really good in solo queue just because of her ability. You could just spam them everywhere. She has smoke still too, right? I know she has hard breaches, which is what I have on, I'm pretty sure, but if she has smokes too, like, you just spam everything in there, man. Just cause chaos, and that could probably work in solo queue. The only thing keeping her like out of A tier or higher is the gun. Just for me, I don't like the gun. Has a bunch of ammo, but again, the fire rate's just terrible. I like higher fire rate guns in this game, just because of the headshots. I feel like I have good crosshair placement, so I usually get a headshot. So I just want to shoot more bullets, kind of like the F2. I think like SMG 12 on Dokkaebi. Zofia is actually good in solo queue as well. I like her there, I think. I think if I had to take like one operator every round, I'd probably take Capitao over Zofia. Yeah, I was thinking about it for a second. I think this is the way I'll do it. Zofia still has hard breaches if you want to get like those extra hatches too. So I think she is a little bit ahead of Hibana. She has 2 stuns as well, which Hibana has too. I gotta remember now, everybody has 2 stuns only. That's like a little change that went under the radar this season, but no more triple flashes. So kind of makes Ying a little better if you think about it, because now she has double the stuns everybody else has. Kind of crazy. A little buff to Zofia too, though, because her secondary stuns, she has 2, like everybody else, for just normal stun grenades. Dokkaebi, right up to S tier. I think she's just the best solo queue operator because of her calls. Like, it just saves so much droning. If you can get good pre-placed drones, get in quick, have the map control and just the info and everything, you can put a call out, and boom, you can just push off that. Just play off sound, take your ones. You want to take ones in solo queue, get as many as you can, because if you can isolate those, you can easily win rounds in that. And you see me all the time playing Dokkaebi and getting kills with it. It works. If you can get good with SMG 12 and the DMR, then you're set. And I know she has the Boss G too, which is pretty crazy. I don't really use the Boss G, but Lion's actually a good solo queue operator too. I feel like he's better than Jackal. I'll put him like tops of B tier. I'm just going to put him above Ying just because of my playstyle. I do prefer like a Lion over Ying if it was just me. Yeah, I like that. I'm probably putting the shields too low maybe at this point still. But again, I don't play shields, so like, this is my tier list. If you got a problem with it, then make your own. Also, there's no D or F tier ops, which is also crazy. Maybe I'm being too nice to all these operators. Like, I could easily lower Fuse to D tier. I know before in F tier, I would always have Blackbeard probably. But he's gotten a buff now. We'll see if anybody makes it to these tiers. It's pretty balanced across the board right now on operators. Like, any given round, you could see any of these ops ran. Finka, I feel like, is really good for SoloQ as well. I don't know if she's A tier. She might be the... Like, if I had to run Finka or Blackbeard, I'd run Finka, I think. Like, again, grenades for shield clear, as zombies or whatever. Gun with 100 bullets, that helps for zombies too. Yeah. Her gun doesn't have much recoil these days even. It got nerfed at some point in the last couple of seasons, I think, from what it was. Because I was using it a couple games this last season and it felt good. Maverick. I think Maverick's good because of the silent breach ability. If you're doing any like strats like that. And you can still Maverick trick. Again, you're just relying on teammates soft breaching the wall after, which is a big problem. Again, don't want to do things that rely on teammates too much. So that's going to throw Maverick down for me. In solo queue, like without teamwork, I don't think Maverick's very good. Like, when's the last time I've ran Maverick in my games? You've probably never seen it. You've seen it for sure, but it's been a long time. Like, I don't even think he's good as Fuse if you're playing solo queue. Like, what does Maverick even have? Does he have stuns? I don't think he has stuns, does he? I feel like he has smokes and claymores. Like, I don't think Maverick's that good. Like, if you're pushing Oregon, top floor, and you're wanting to go attic, sure. I like that strat because you have claymores for the flank. If he does have those even. And then you can silent breach like that little corner to make lines on the left side. But besides that, like, he's so situational for that. I'll put him above Fuse, I guess, but I don't think I can put him like D tier though. His gun's still really good. You can do like little pocket strats too, just put like a little hole somewhere and get a freebie. But again, Maverick, a lot of his good work comes from teamwork. And you can't rely on that in solo queue. Nomad. Now, I don't play Nomad much, but she's still pretty good, I feel like. If I was to play her a lot. I don't know what this even means. What is that doing? Also, like, take a shot for every time I said I feel like. You'll be dead by now. Nomad. Whoa. Somewhere in B tier, I think. Want to put her in A tier, though. I think I'd rather have Nomad than Lion. Again, Nomad, though, relies on teamwork as well, and that's like being the big thing for me to judge these by, so I have to stay true to it. I would rather take Nomad than Ying, I think. I like the ARX a lot, even if the fire rate's a little slower. AK is good, too. She still has stuns. There are some good strats, too, for like basement sites, consulate, layer. You can take breach charges and then nomad all your flanks and do soft breach by yourself. You don't have to rely on teammates for that. So that's bonus points for me. Because there are quite a few basement sites like that. Like even Clubhouse you could. Yeah, I'm going to put her above Lion. If you want to put her in A tier 2, that's fine by me. Okay, Gritty. I actually like her on some sites in solo queue. But I don't think you can put her above Nomad, really. I feel like Nomad's just better. Gridlock's gun is better. The F90 is crazy. And then she's good for stairs as well, like Cafe. I love taking her top floor. You'll see me taking Gridlock all the time on that. I like it on Night Haven Labs. But I don't know. Okay, Nook. Nook got a buff like to her gadget, but she's still not really the best. I think I'll just throw her in like end of B tier. She's kind of like in that lurk category with Sledge. Obviously more of a lurker, but like I'd rather take Jackal. I feel like the shield's got to be higher than her. Like, she's not played that much really. Maybe I'm being too generous putting her in B tier, but she still has grenades, good gun. Not the best gun, only an SMG, but maybe I'm hating on glass too much. I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments saying, like, how am I putting Thatcher and Thermite so low? But again, just too much teamwork relying on solo queue. Like, if you take Thatcher and try to go for the wall and you have a hard breach and he doesn't even go to the wall, like, you're useless that round. Like, you might as well take anybody else with an actual ability that you can use every round. And same with Thermite if nobody's helping you get the wall. That's why I can't really play Therm in solo queue. Amaru. Okay, Amaru is an interesting one too. There's some good strats you could use with her in solo. If you play her the right way and don't just like fly through a window rushing randomly, then she can actually be really good. I usually put her pretty high in my tier list things. She's got to be above Jackal. Like, I'd rather take Amaru, I think. Just because of her util. She can have Heartbreakers or stuns as well, and she has a Gon 6 or shotgun secondary. Or the SMG if you just want all the guns. I might be crazy, but I'm going to put her above Ying even. I'd rather take Amaru personally. Again, a lot of this is like site and map dependent, but Callie, I already know I got comments saying why did I put her in D tier, but I'm not going to. I do see the potential here. Funny enough, I actually used her around last night when I was playing viewer games on stream. Or was that after? I think that was after my stream actually, so it wasn't on stream, but I was playing customs with some friends and I got like a triple kill quick scope and a 1v3 with her. She is fun for sure. She's good at getting stuff off walls too for your team. But then you're not too dependent because you have a sniper still for other stuff. And like a pocket F2 basically. I think she's probably like on this level with Thermite and Thatcher. I'll just put her like right after. Why not? Not the worst. Okay, Yana is kind of useless right now. You might as well just take like Brava or Twitch for all the drones and not use the holograms because it's hard to push off the holograms yourself. And then you don't have stuns or nades. She only has smokes, I think, and then what, EMPs? Like her secondary gadgets are pretty weak. I might put her in D tier. I don't think Yana's like useful at all. She doesn't have the wait, she does have the Gon 6, right? If she has a Gon 6, I gotta put her in C. She can at least delete some utility. I'll put her right there. Okay, this is where it gets real interesting. Ace is gonna go right up to S tier. Probably above Ashe even. I was debating on Ashe even being S tier at the start. Now there's only like 2 other ops here. Yeah, maybe I'm like not splitting this up enough really because there's nobody in the DNF. I might rearrange this right now actually. Alright, so I made a slight adjustment. I moved down the end of C tier basically down here. Because again, I think these ops have a little bit more than these just for a solo queue basis. So it has to be someone, right? I'm not going to be too harsh, so I'll move somebody to F tier. I don't think anybody is like F tier right here so far. So let's talk about why Ace is S tier. Easy ability to use for hard breach. So much better than like a Thermite, for example. Much better gun, like probably the best gun in the game with an ACOG. You also have Claymores, which can help you out trying to get the breach in certain spots. Like I like using them on Oregon top floor. You can Claymore the master door, and you're safe to go for the breach. Though from super far, way more versatile than Thermite, way better gun. Ace is just a powerhouse right now. Like in comp, he's not even like considered a hard breach sometimes. He's more of just a flex, like a secondary hard breach because you have such a good gun. So even pairing the Thermite with an Ace is good. Ace can also counter a bandit trick, I believe, still. I know it takes longer for the aces to go off these days, but if you throw one left and right really fast, then I think you can get the wall open pretty much every time, unless he tricks it like perfectly. You can also go below sometimes if it's a bandit and destroy the bandits from below with one ace charge, and then go upstairs again and breach the wall with the other 2 ace charges. I know it's a very niche strat, but it does work. Also, Ace is really good for getting electrified hatches. Like on Clubhouse, you can throw them next to it a little bit, and they can still blow the hatch up, and they're hard to shoot through the floor as well. Okay, on to Zero. Zero, I think, is a really good solo queue up. Like, can I put Zero in A tier? Is that just insane to do? That might be insane to do, but he's a Gon 6. Love his gun. Again, this is my tier list. I want to put 0 in A tier. I just am. So if you don't like it, that's just too bad, isn't it? But yeah, I love 0 and SoloQ. All jokes aside. Horror Breach again too. Claymore. He's another good op for like going for that back attic wall in Oregon. Because you can put 0 cams on the flank and watch it. Also, I did it recently in a video, like on Bank. You can just start spamming cams everywhere, and if they shoot one, then you have the info already. You don't have to get on your cams, because they're going to try to shoot the cam every time, and it's a good distraction too. So yeah, I think 0 has to be A tier in solo. You can do a lot on your own with him. Flores. Flores is a little too stationary, I think, to make the A tier for this list, but he still is really good, and I do like him on some sites. I'm going to put him like right behind Gridlock here. This is probably too low, but again, just like too slow in SoloQ. Like to get on all 4 of those and use them. It's kind of like Brava. In some situations, even Twitch. But yeah, I think that's a good spot. He has stun still. Good gun. Osa, I am not a fan of Osa. Like a lot of people, I don't think she really does anything a lot of the times. And of course, you need a lot of teamwork with Osa too, mostly. Like if you're playing good plays, they're not going to peek your Osa shield on you for no reason. So if it's not like a teamwork kind of thing, it's not going to do you good. And sure, you can get teamwork to work in SoloQ, but you just can't rely on it a lot of the time. So I'm going to put Osa. I feel like you can get more done with Glaz in SoloQ than Osa. Again, I'm just not a big Osa believer. But hey, if you're an Osa player, I'm sorry, but I just don't like her in solo. I feel like she's easier to counter. Every time I see an Osa against me, I can just go against it pretty easily. I know one time recently on Bank, I like tried to make a stupid push on it, but besides that. Okay, SENS actually got a buff kinda, and a nerf though. I'm gonna put them above Osa. And maybe Glaz, kind of a similar op to Glaz. Just different. The thing is with SENS, like in SoloQ, you have to plant, usually. Like if you're using that. So it's another teamwork based op. So I don't know if SENS is gonna get you the most as some of these other ones will. That being said, they'll probably be down here with like Thermite and Thatcher, this kind of range. Grim. I think Grim can be crazy in SoloQ. I've been wanting to try him on some sites. I just never get the right maps. Like the last couple of weeks, but he's got to be at least like A tier. You see him all the time in like comp even now too. That shows how good he can be. Like at the highest level. So I think in SoloQ, you can definitely make him work. So, just so many questions on the Blackbeard still. I don't know where to put him on the list. He could range so far. I'm going to put Grim up here. I think I'd rather have Grim than Habana. He still has the hard breaches, but like free wall hacks pretty much. So much info with all those bees, especially since you can bounce them now. I really want to go big window and try like a SoloQ jumping on that. Because nobody ever sets up the kid's wall properly, so it's free. Okay, Brava, again, I was saying kind of like Flores. Brava's is a little too slow a lot of the time. She's still at least like top B tier, maybe bottom A tier, but I'm going to put her here for now. I'd rather have Twitch every time almost, unless it's like a Malusi, Capcan, you know, something like that. But even Twitch can get rid of Capcans and Fenrir's. If it's a Malusi though, I do sometimes like switching to the Brava. And again, I like her gun like Avatar. But I just feel like I like Twitch better. I don't know. It's just personal preference again with like the gun and everything. They have the exact same secondaries too, which is something. Now Ram, I think Ram might be an S tier SoloQ operator. I know I don't really play her much, but you can have so much playmaking potential with her. You can make so many plays with those Ram tanks. Like just the bait and switches you can do even. Let alone just like ramming through a barricade and pushing on it when you get some info off a drone or something. And she has stun grenades, so she's kind of like old school Ashe, just slower, of course, because she has the R4C and stuns. Like one of the best guns you could have. I don't know, I think Ram's probably like S tier. And you can easily soft breach from like outside the building a lot of the time. Like on Chalet for the basement, you can do it from outside. Clubhouse for the basement. So I just feel like she's probably the best like SoloQ soft breacher. I still want to put Buck up here maybe though. I'll put Buck in S tier even without the Gon 6. It's not all about that, I guess. Even like Ace can't break something like that. Dokkaebi can't break like a shield. Unless you have the Gon 6 instead of SMG. Okay, Deimos. Deimos can be really good for solo too. I want to put him like top of A tier. I do want to play him more. Just because you can usually get a lot of red pings on people in the prep phase and ranked. So you can get a lot of info fast and then you can go off of it. So as long as you get the pings and you see somebody like on a drone or something, you get free wall hacks. And usually the coordination against you isn't going to be the best, so you can kind of solo play that. Yeah, I do like the potential of Deimos. I want to try him more this season. Striker, this could be crazy, but Striker is actually going to go in the S tier. I know, a recruit in S tier, that is just wild, isn't it? But I think he has so much info for SoloQ, or so much util, not info. I mean, kind of the... Like, you can have stuns and grenades, or you can have hard breaches, EMPs to get walls yourself, hard breaches, grenades. Think of the Chalet basement breach I do. You can literally get the snowmobile breach yourself and just play out there all around and get everything open. Great gun, obviously, like I was saying from Maverick. What else? He has the shotgun secondary for soft breach. So he can be a soft breacher even. Yeah, I've been liking him on Clubhouse Basement too. Like getting the hatches and then still having like grenades for util. Yeah, he's so good, man. Striker's like a one-man army. In a way, he's kind of like a Zero as well. Like so much utility. Just in a different way. So that's crazy to me. The current state of Siege World, I'm putting an operator with no special gadget in the S tier because all the utility he has. He's played quite a bit in like competitive too, even in like the top tier pro league he's played. Maybe not this much, but I think in SoloQ ranked he could be really good like this. I play him a good bit. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the attack one though. Yeah, no F tier ops. I'm not surprised by that. Again, I don't know. Some of these bottom rankings could easily like be changed. This isn't like super strict of a tier list. If you guys have slight problems with it, that's fine. Like nothing can be perfect really. This is all opinion, all play style preference too. But this is what I like and the operators I like using. So yeah, before we end this, let me pull up my most played ops last season. Okay, so as you can see, these are the attackers just for ranked. Yeah, I'm not surprised Dokkaebi was my most played last season. Ashe, and there's the Striker, 3rd place. Twitch, I think I had her in like the A tier. Ace was S tier. I'm actually surprised I played Ace that much. Capital, Zero. Yeah, I play a lot of attackers. I think I play even more defenders, but yeah, most of these ops are pretty high on my list, I would say. And you can see a lot of the win rates are really good. And the KDs. Yeah, I have a 5 on Striker in 10 rounds. I'm 15-3. Like, Dokkaebi, though, is so good in SoloQ. I'm telling you, she's like the best. That's going to do it for the SoloQ tier list, though, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like down there below. It helps me out a lot. Tell me in the comments again what you agree and disagree with. This isn't like a set in stone list or anything crazy. So just tell me what you think, and I'll probably respond to it. I try to respond to most comments. Subscribe if you're new too, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.